There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he's got room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. And if you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
To throw, it's Williams.
Being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took with the deep. Put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. A give running right, Gibson.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Hey, look at this Packers defense.
They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
To the air, Williams.
And that will be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
They'll go. Here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Gibson.
A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd down and 4. To throw, Williams.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Pass caught by Burden.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
That's a little too conservative in my opinion. You've got to trust your quarterback here on 3rd down. Instead, they try to pick it up with the screen, but the defense was able to rally to the ball and get the stop.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
Throwing is Williams.
That is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Touchdown. Caleb Williams with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Bears have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
You look at this Bears defense.
They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Taylor. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
This now a 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Returnable for Thomas. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Bears take over.
1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Looking to throw is Williams. Open man down the field. That's Burden.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Luther Burden.
51 yards.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 14-0.
14. Packers nothing.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs.
Pass to 20 for a short gain. 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now Taylor.
That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards for number 11. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Taylor.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. That's to Kraft, the tight end.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here's Taylor to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Taylor will throw. Flush to his right.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. The Packers at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. It's been really a lost first month of the season, that's for sure.
And they still believe they have potential. They still believe they're a good team. But they have to absolutely start showing it right now. 0 for 4? That doesn't even sound right to them. But let's face it, you are what your record says you are until you break out of it.
And he's able to motor his way down to his 16-yard line.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here's Taylor.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Trey Smack now for the extra point.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bears 14, Packers 7. Trey Smack to kick off.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Looking to put a drive together.
They'll try the left side with Gibson.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
He was
Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
It's a gain of 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Williams.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Like somebody thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Williams.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down, Bears.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Cairo Santos on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Taylor.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt.
For the Packers.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. A give to Gibson running right.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Williams operating from the gun.
That one complete downfield to Thomas.
Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 43 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Santos with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Here's Thomas on the return. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Their own 41-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
And 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Williams. Flushed out right.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Williams.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Williams.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Williams. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Chicago! Colston Loveland as the first half is winding down.
And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go play action with Taylor. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
On second down, here's the option.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They go play action now. Taylor rolling to his left.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Taylor. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Jalen Johnson blitzing from the secondary and picking up the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
A give up the middle to Gibson. He's got it to the 43 here.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
This is Thomas. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3rd and 3. To throw, it's Williams.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Caleb Williams,
26 yards.
and the Bears have opened the lead up to 30. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Santos with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
And a rain slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. And now Taylor looking to switch things up a bit.
Try to run for it with Jacobs.
And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
At the 45-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw is Taylor.
Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Taylor. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Escaping the pressure right. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. This is out quickly to the right. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24.
The score, Bears 38, Packers 14. Trey Smack to kick off for Green Bay.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
21 yards. First down, Bears.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Now Thomas. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And it brings up 3rd down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
To the air, Williams.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level, Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They run with Thomas.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Certainly not what the offense wanted down here, going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, well, look who got involved. I mean, when you got a strong safety who can drop into the box, never needs an invitation to be one of those guys in run defense, does he? Wakes up every morning just a little bit ticked off.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
A 33-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now they pitch to Jacobs. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
40 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Taylor. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
A short throw to Musgrave.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
That's good for a Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Taylor to throw. That's taken in by Watson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now Taylor. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And now Taylor looking to switch things up a bit.
They'll look to throw here.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming.